Although I'm not the biggest fan of New Year's resolutions, the beginning of a new year is a convenient time to reflect on the past and reflect on progress towards goals that we have set in the past, and also a good time to look to the future and set new goals for the coming year. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at my goals that I set for 2023 and see how I progress towards those goals. And then we'll be setting new goals for 2024 and putting those out there for you guys to see. And then at the end of the year, we'll come back and check in and see how I fared in reaching these goals. The first category of goals here is centered around my YouTube channel, and that first one was to reach 2,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, I fell rather short, only at about 1,470. The next goal was to get monetized, which is related to that subscriber mark, and I did not achieve that either. The requirements for monetization are 1,000 subscribers, which I do have, and 4,000 hours of watch time in the last year, which I'm far short of. I'm only around 1,000 or 1,100 right now, so don't really have all that many people watching the videos, even though I do have a decent amount of subscribers. The next goal was to post one podcast per month, and pretty much I abandoned the podcast at the beginning of 2023. Soon after I made this goal, I just wasn't feeling much inspiration for it, and I didn't really know where to take it, and I didn't really have the time, I guess, to pursue that. I wanted to have quality guests that I could have interesting conversations with, but I just didn't really see an opportunity for that, at least at the point where I was at, and I didn't really have a whole lot of time to invest into that. So I kind of abandoned that goal pretty quickly. The only YouTube goal that I actually achieved was in terms of posting consistently one time every single week. So I managed to post every single week this year, and I was pretty happy with that, even when I was maybe out of town or something like that in December. For example, I was out of town for 2.5 weeks basically, and I still managed to post every week. I recorded the videos beforehand and then scheduled them, so I was happy I did that. And then the last goal related to YouTube was to grow my Discord server to 100 members. So I do have a free Discord server where there's lots of investors on there, and we chat about, what investing we're doing, our different strategies, and some of the trades we're making, and just a good resource, I think, to learn a lot. I've certainly learned some on there. So the goal was to have 100 members. Right now, we have about 78 members, so a little bit short of that goal, but I've been happy, to some degree with how it's going, and there will be some more goals for that Discord in the coming year. The next few goals were kind of just general goals. I classify them as life goals, and most of these are a little bit more vague, and so it's a little bit harder to determine whether I actually achieved the goals or not. But I think I achieved all these goals. The reading one is really the only one that you can concretely say whether I did or didn't. I had a goal of reading 20 books this year, and I ended up reading 29. There was a few of them that were very short, so maybe they didn't count, but definitely past the 20 mark, I think. And in terms of the other few goals, I definitely did a good job achieving them. I think I still have more progress, and I would like to do better in those areas, but for now, I will say that I achieved those goals. The last set of goals I classified as financial, as they mostly revolve around my investments and net worth. So the first was to earn $25,000 after taxes. I'm a little bit above that, around $25,859. So definitely achieved that goal. The second goal was to max out my Roth IRA, which I did this year in 2023. The limit was $6,500, which was a bump up from prior years. So I maxed that out, no problem, and was really happy to do that. As a young person, I feel that the Roth IRA is really a super investing tool because your tax liabilities are very low, and so the contributions that you're putting into that, even though they are after tax, the amount of tax I've paid on those earnings are pretty minimal compared to the amount of gains I'm going to receive that would have been taxed if they were not in a Roth IRA in the future. My next goal was to reach a net worth of $100,000, which would have been a pretty big milestone. Unfortunately, I fell a little bit short at $95,747 as of the end of 2023. I'm still pretty happy with the growth. I grew my net worth over 50% in 2023. A large part of that was due to my income, and then a large part of that was due to the actual gains of the markets. So both of those helped me a lot, but unfortunately I just didn't have quite enough income to reach that milestone. And then the last goal was to reach $500 a month in contributions to my dividend portfolio, and I fell short of that goal as well. I have money right now that I could be contributing $500 a month, but I don't think that that is sustainable for the next year or two, as I'm not going to have a ton of income for the first 9-ish months of 2024. So I don't think putting my contributions at $500 right now will do much, because I'll most likely have to dial that back towards the latter half of the year if I do that now. So right now the contributions are at $400 per month, and I might even consider dialing that back even more just to play it on the safe side and wait things out a little bit. And then if I'm able, maybe I just put some sort of lump sum in towards the end of the year if I have a bunch of extra cash sitting around. So although I only achieved 7 out of my 13 goals for 2023, I'm still pretty happy with the progress I made towards the goals that I didn't achieve, and having the goals definitely helped me work towards something, and definitely outlined a specific thing that I wanted to work towards so that I could implement actions on a more short-term basis to reach those goals. Now moving on to my goals for 2024, these are what I'm really excited about, and again I broke them down into the same 3 categories. So first, starting off with the YouTube goals, the first one is pretty much the same, to reach 2,000 subscribers. I think this is definitely doable if I put in the work and continue growing the channel and making better videos over time. And the second one kind of goes in tandem with that, which is to get monetized. For me, the big thing in order to get monetized is to get more views and more watch time, which will help me get to that 4,000 hour threshold. The third goal here is to post 1 time per week, and this is not a perfect goal since I know during the summer I'm going to be out of town hiking the Appalachian Trail, and so I won't have time or the equipment or anything like that to be posting the investing videos that I normally do on this channel. So that pretty much excludes the time that I'm on the Appalachian Trail. So as long as I can post 1 time per week whenever I'm not on the Appalachian Trail, be that in the spring before that happens and in the fall after that happens, then I'll have achieved that goal. And then the last goal here is to grow the Discord server to 200 members. I want to continue growing the Discord server so it's a community where we can all chat and learn and grow from each other. Although this next category is called life goals, most of these goals are kind of fitness related. So the first one is, like I mentioned, to hike the Appalachian Trail, which I'm going to be doing this summer, and I want to complete it in 100 days. It's almost 2,200 miles long, so that's about 22 miles per day, which is a lot and seems like a lot right now, but I'm hoping that it will be achievable, and I'm hoping I'll be able to keep that up for 100 days. The next goal is to win an ACRA medal. So ACRA is the National Collegiate Rowing Regatta at the end of the year, and so I'll be participating in that yet again. I'm probably going to be rowing the pair again, which is what I raced last year. We got 9th in that boat class, and so hopefully we can improve to one of the top 3 spots and earn a medal. That would be really awesome. This is going to be my last year rowing in college, so it'll be my last opportunity to achieve that. So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully we can get something done in May when it comes time to race. The next goal is to run the Flying Pig Marathon in less than 4 hours. So I'm going to be running that marathon in May, which is Cincinnati's main marathon. And a 4-hour marathon is basically a 9-minute, 9-second average mile pace. So that's a little bit fast, I think, but we'll see if I can do it. The furthest I've ever ran is 22 miles, and that was at kind of a relaxed pace. So I've never done a super long run like that at a harder pace for myself, but I will put in my best effort and hopefully achieve that goal. The last fitness goal here is to stretch and train abs consistently and pretty regularly, probably every day or a few times a week. So these are kind of areas of my fitness that I've neglected some and could use some big improvements. And I think they'll just help me recover better from my training. The last category of goals here is financial goals, and these are pretty simple. The first one is to earn $25,000 after taxes, and that's the same amount that I set as a goal in 2023, but I'm probably not going to be working much at all for the first, 8 or 9 months of the year. So I think this will still be pretty challenging for me. I want to kind of try to earn some sort of money in the first half of the year, but I'm not sure how much that will end up being. So that'll definitely be a challenge. The next one is to max out my Roth IRA, which is very exciting because they increased the limit yet again to $7,000. So I certainly have the cash on hand to do that right now. But like I said, I'm not going to have much income, so I'm conserving a little bit of cash right now and putting that off a little bit for now in terms of maxing out the account. And the good thing is, even if I don't max out my Roth IRA in 2024 within the calendar year, you are still allowed to max it out for the 2024 contribution year until around April of 2025. So I would still have a few months into 2025 to do that. And then the last financial goal is to reach a net worth of $150,000. So that would be a pretty big jump of about 55%, but it could be possible if I can find some more income this year than I'm expecting and maybe have some nice returns in the market. I also have two longer term goals. The first one is to reach a $1 million net worth by age 30 before I turn 31 years old. And my second longer term goal is to build up some sort of substantial income outside of a regular day job through just investing. It could be through dividend investing, real estate, something like that, or some other business idea. I'm always looking to try new things, and I've set a kind of parameter for that goal of $30,000 to $50,000 by the year 2030. Although I didn't achieve all of my goals in 2023, I think it was a pretty successful year. There's certainly things I would have liked to do better and I can improve upon in the future, but overall, I think I did a good job of working towards those goals and achieving success in about half of them, which I think is a good place to be at. I'm also looking forward to an exciting 2024. I think I have a lot to work towards in the coming year, and I think I can make a lot of progress towards those goals. As always, I'd be interested to hear how your guys' 2023 went, whether you achieved most of your goals or maybe not as many as you would have liked, and also what your goals will be in the coming year of 2024 and what you are working towards. I think it's really important to have goals or a plan or something that you are working towards. You have to have kind of something that you're looking at and aiming at, because ultimately if you're not aiming at anything, then that means you're aiming at nothing, which means you kind of are wandering around aimlessly, and that's really not a good strategy to achieve exceptional results over a long period of time. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to help me get off to a good start towards my goals in 2024, feel free to watch some other videos on the channel that I've made in the past and subscribe to the channel as well so you don't miss out on future videos. And you can also join my free Discord server where we talk about investing and the stock market and our personal finances. Thanks again for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.